Some connections don't arrive loudly. They don't announce themselves. They quietly settle into your thoughts and refuse to leave. You can be busy, surrounded, moving forward, yet somehow this person still finds their way back into your mind, at night, in silence, in moments you didn't invite them into. And the strange part is, you don't even have to miss them for it to happen. This isn't weakness, it isn't coincidence, and it definitely isn't random. Psychology tells us that when a connection persists beyond logic, beyond time, beyond distance, it's not about the other person anymore. It's about something unresolved within you. Today we're uncovering the real truth behind this bond, why it formed, why it stayed, and what it's trying to teach you before it finally lets go, or transforms into something deeper. 1. Why this connection feels different. Not every connection leaves a mark. Most people pass through our lives quietly, memories fading with time, but then there are rare connections that refuse to dissolve. They stay vivid, emotionally charged, almost alive within us. Psychology explains this through emotional imprinting. When someone enters your life during a moment of vulnerability, transition, or emotional intensity, the brain links that person to survival-level emotions. Dopamine, oxytocin, and cortisol fire together, creating a bond that feels urgent and unforgettable. Carl Jung once suggested that some people act as mirrors to our unconscious. They don't just see us, they activate parts of us we didn't know were asleep. That's why this connection feels different. It wasn't built on surface attraction, it was built on recognition. You didn't just like them, your nervous system recognized something familiar, and familiarity doesn't always mean comfort. Sometimes it means unfinished emotional business. 2. Why they keep returning to your mind. The mind doesn't replay memories without reason. If this person keeps resurfacing, it's because your subconscious is still processing something unresolved. Psychologists call this the Zeigarnik effect, the brain's tendency to hold on to unfinished emotional experiences more tightly than completed ones. Closure doesn't come from time, it comes from understanding. Often this connection represents words never spoken, feelings never expressed, a version of yourself you were becoming. Friedrich Nietzsche wrote, "Thoughts are the shadows of our feelings, always darker, emptier, and simpler." What returns to your mind isn't the person, it's the emotion they awakened. This is why distraction doesn't work, why replacing them doesn't work, why logic doesn't silence the feeling, because the bond isn't asking to be forgotten, it's asking to be understood. 3. What this bond is teaching you. Every intense connection carries a lesson. Sometimes this person reflects the love you were afraid to ask for. Sometimes they reveal wounds you didn't know were open. Sometimes they awaken a version of yourself that you weren't ready to embody yet. The philosopher Rumi wrote, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." This connection may not be meant to last, but it was meant to change you. Ask yourself, who were you becoming when they entered your life? What emotions did they amplify? What parts of yourself came alive around them? The truth is uncomfortable, but freeing. Some people are not meant to stay. They are meant to initiate transformation. And once the lesson is learned, the emotional grip loosens. 4. How to know what comes next. Not every deep connection ends in separation, and not every separation means failure. Psychology suggests 2 outcomes for intense bonds. Integration. You grow, heal, and carry the lesson forward. Reunion through evolution. The connection returns only after both people change. But here's the key truth most people miss. The connection responds to your inner clarity, not your desire. When you stop chasing answers, when you stop forcing meaning, when you stop needing them to complete something inside you. The bond either transforms or releases you. That's not loss, that's emotional maturity. As Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. This connection exists to wake you up. Chapter 5. When the connection becomes part of who you are. There comes a moment when you stop asking why this person still lives in your thoughts and start realizing they've already become part of your inner world. Not as a memory, not as a wound, but as a mark. Some connections don't stay as people, they stay as patterns. They change the way you love, they change the way you trust, they change the way you see yourself in silence. You may never speak again, you may never cross paths, but their presence reshaped something inside you that cannot return to who it was before. That's the truth no one tells you. Deep bonds don't end, they evolve. The ancient philosopher Heraclitus believed that no one ever steps into the same river twice because both the river and the person have changed, and that is what this connection has done to you. You are not who you were before them, and you will never be who you were during them. They became a bridge version of your soul, a passage between who you were and who you are becoming. Sometimes love isn't meant to be lived. It's meant to be absorbed. Sometimes the purpose of a connection isn't union, it's awakening. You carry their echo in how you protect your heart now, in how deeply you feel, in how carefully you choose, in how you recognize real connection from illusion. And one day, without realizing when it happened, their name will stop hurting, their memory will stop pulling, their presence in your mind will soften into understanding, not absence, not loss, but integration. Because the deepest bonds don't leave holes, they leave foundations. And one day you will look back and realize they weren't meant to stay in your life. They were meant to change your life, not by staying, but by awakening you into someone who finally understands their own depth. Some connections are not lovers, some are not endings, some are not futures, some are turning points, and once they've done their work, they release you, not in pain, but in peace. If this person keeps living in your thoughts, don't fight it. Listen, not to the longing, but to the message beneath it. Because the deepest connections aren't about possession, they're about awakening. Once you understand what this bond was meant to show you, the confusion fades, the pain softens, and clarity replaces chaos. Whether this person stays or becomes a chapter you finally close, you don't lose the connection, you become more whole because of it. If this message resonated with you, like this video so it reaches someone who needs clarity today. Comment below, does this connection feel unfinished or transformative? And subscribe for more deep psychology truths about attraction, emotions, and human behavior. Your mind is powerful. Once you understand it, everything changes.